Happy Easter long weekend, everyone. On Thursday, the last place Sea Eagles host the first place Penrith Panthers at Lotto Land on the 1st of April. What a joke of a contest this is going to be. Penrith by 13 plus. Good Friday features two contests, the first of which is the annual traditional Easter Friday afternoon clash that sees the Bulldogs host South Sydney in Stadium Australia. Good Friday, good for nothing. South Sydney by 13 plus. And Good Friday night finishes with the Storm hosting the Broncos in Amy Park. It's good that there's going to be a few cracking contests to start the weekend. Melbourne by 13 plus. And this is where things start to get a little interesting. Easter Saturday features a double header from Cogra. And the Sharks host the Cowboys in match number 1. The Sharks did not deserve to lose to the tune of 28 points to 4. They were a lot tougher than what the scoreline indicated. And they were just supremely unlucky with their injuries. And if I may, I'm a fan of the 18th emergency player. But if you're a developing or a development player coming up and you don't get onto the field as the 18th man, say thankfully no injuries occur in said match, does that count as your debut? Because there was a bloke for Hawthorn in the AFL back in round 1. That counted as his debut and he just sat there on the bench. I don't know, I obviously don't play footy, but if that's going to be your first grade debut, I guess you do take it with both hands. Or, I don't know, I think the rule just needs a little bit of tweaking. And speaking of tweaking...
Everything's fine. Will you please stop saying that? I can't take it! I'm trying to make you feel better.
The Titans' highest ever tally of points came against the Cowboys in North Queensland's own backyard. So obviously the axe had to be swung, and that's what Todd Payten has done. I really like what he's done with our second rowers for sure. I like that Justin O'Neill and Ben Hampton are back in their proper spots. Yeah, I might even be going up to this game up in Cogra as well, actually. So to cheer on the boys for the second time this year, I'm going to tip Cowboys by 1-12. And the second game to come from Cogra is the Gold Coast versus the Canberra Raiders. Look, you can only beat what's in front of you. And the Titans beat a pretty hapless North Queensland outfit last week. But in the first half, while their completion rates were 80%, their second half completion rates were about 60%, a little bit above 60%. So the Titans still have a fair bit of work to do. And they're going to cop a hard lesson that comes in the form of the Canberra Raiders this Saturday night. They are going to be up for this game. Every NRL club can now turn to Henry Perenara and say thank you. You've just pissed off the Canberra Raiders and they're gunning for everyone for the rest of the season. And I'm going to tip them to beat the Titans at Cogra 1-12. Easter Sunday has two matches. The first of which is from McDonald Jones Stadium. Knights host the Dragons. Man, Newcastle, I see that you're going to be in my bogey team this year, aren't you? I didn't tip you in the first 2 rounds. You won the first 2 games. I tipped you in the 3rd round, and you came out and put in a performance like that for Mitchell Pearce and in front of your home fans. Man, that's what I thought you were going to do in the first 2 rounds. And St. George, they can score points. They are scoring points. And they come into this game in some hot form. But without Ben Hunt, Not that I have a bad rap on Adam Clune, who's going to come in for Ben Hunt. I don't know. I think Newcastle are going to come out and say sorry to their fans. So I'm going to tip Newcastle 1-12. And in the most interesting, fascinating game of the round, it's the Roosters hosting the Warriors at the Sydney Cricket Ground. What's in the water out of Bondi, Robbo? Fair dinkum. That performance from the Roosters was not Rooster football, as has been quoted. That stuff, what they put out on the paddock last Friday night against South Sydney, was the stuff of the early 2000s Roosters. Just grubby, ill-disciplined rugby league, fair dinkum. Punching a bloke in the back of the head while he's down on the ground not looking at ya. You're tough. And the Warriors got some good luck, and there's a whole lot more good karma coming the Warriors' way for the next couple of years, that's for sure. Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting game. While young Sam Walker, the young prodigy, has been named to make his debut at halfback, and Victor Radley comes back, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting game, but I'm going to go for the upset and tip the Warriors. Easter round finishes with the traditional annual Easter Monday clash. Coming to us from Stadium Australia as the West Tigers host the Parramatta Eels. Credit where credit's due, West Tigers. You completed at about over 70% compared to Newcastle's completion rate. Man, you deserved the win there. Parramatta Eels, that was a good win. It was a different win. It wasn't close, but it was still tough, and they didn't clock off. That's why I'm going to tip Parramatta to win 1-12. I think it'll be close. I think Tigers will be up for it. But yeah, I'm going to tip the Parramatta Eels to win 1-12. So to everyone who has been watching and subscribing to this channel, thank you so much. It means a lot. It really does. Have a happy Easter long weekend. And as always, come on, Cowboys.